have you ever wondered what cancer actually is? Not just the word, but what's really happening inside the body. If you think cancer is just one disease, or that it always starts with a lump, you might be surprised by the truth. Most of us have heard the word cancer countless times, but what does it actually mean? Is it just one disease or many? And why does it have such a powerful impact on our lives? Today, we will break down what cancer really is, how it starts, and why understanding it is so important for everyone. What is cancer? Cancer isn't just a single disease. It's actually a group of more than 100 different diseases that all have one thing in common. They involve abnormal cells growing out of control. Normally, your body's cells grow, divide, and die in a very organized way. This process is tightly regulated by your body's natural systems, ensuring that old or damaged cells are replaced with new, healthy ones. But sometimes something goes wrong. A cell's DNA, the instruction manual that tells it how to function, gets damaged or changed. This can happen because of things like exposure to harmful chemicals, radiation, certain viruses, or even just random mistakes when cells divide. When these changes, called mutations, affect the parts of DNA that control cell growth, the cell can start to multiply uncontrollably. How does cancer start? Imagine your body as a city, with each cell like a building following strict rules. Cancer begins when one building ignores the rules and starts expanding without permission, taking up space and resources. Over time, these abnormal cells can form a lump or mass called a tumor. Not all tumors are cancerous. Benign tumors are non-cancerous and usually don't spread to other parts of the body. Malignant tumors, on the other hand, are cancerous. They can invade nearby tissues and even travel to distant parts of the body through the blood or lymphatic system, a process called metastasis. Why does cancer happen? Cancer can develop for many reasons. Some risk factors are out of our control, like age or inherited genetic mutations. Others are related to lifestyle, such as smoking, poor diet, lack of exercise, or exposure to certain chemicals. Sometimes, cancer develops without any clear reason at all. It's important to remember that having a risk factor doesn't mean you'll definitely get cancer, and some people with no known risk factors still develop the disease. Cancer is complex, and scientists are still working to understand all the ways it can start and grow. Does age matter? Age is one of the biggest risk factors for cancer. As we get older, our cells have had more time to accumulate genetic changes or mutations that can lead to cancer. In fact, most cancers are diagnosed in people over the age of 50. This doesn't mean young people can't get cancer. Children and young adults can and do develop certain types, but the risk increases as we age. Why does this happen? Over time, our bodies are exposed to more environmental factors, like sunlight, chemicals, or even viruses that can damage our DNA. Plus, the natural process of cell division isn't perfect, and small mistakes can add up over decades. That's why regular checkups and screenings become even more important as we get older. How does cancer affect the body? As cancer cells grow, they can crowd out normal, healthy cells. This can make it harder for the body to function properly. For example, cancer in the lungs can make it difficult to breathe, while cancer in the blood, like leukemia, can interfere with the body's ability to fight infections. Cancer can also use up the body's energy and release substances that change the way the body works. This is why people with cancer often feel tired, lose weight, or experience other symptoms even before the cancer is found. Why understanding cancer matters. Cancer is a word that can cause fear, but understanding what it really is can help us take control of our health. Knowing the basics can empower you to make informed choices, recognize warning signs, and support loved ones who may be facing a diagnosis. Cancer is not just one disease, but a complex group of conditions that all start with cells growing out of control. By understanding how cancer begins, spreads, and affects the body, we can take steps to protect our health and support those around us. What questions do you have about cancer? Have you or someone you know been affected by it? Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Your story could help others feel less alone and more informed. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay empowered, and see you in the next video.